Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris MegaCorp. Sorry we're starting this a little bit late. I had some things I had to take care of before I could start this, and it took a little longer than I had originally hoped for. Nonetheless, in this part we are going to be dealing with the fallout of the very successful war that we had last stream against the Syndicate and the Enduring Unity. It was most successful against the Syndicate because that was the main person we cared about. The Enduring Unity was just a nice little bonus. Managed to snag a little bit of stuff off of them. In the meantime, we have a serious deficit right now, though that should clear up. The game sometimes, just when you load, does that. It kills like all your stuff until the month ticks over, though it looks like maybe that won't be the case this time around. Admittedly, the AI has a lot of stuff here. I don't think I need this civilian industry, if I'm being completely honest. I'll let another month tick over just to give the game a chance. If not, we're going to have to go and take care of some stuff ourselves. Yep, looks like I'm gonna have to deal with this myself. Okay, first things first, what are our default rights? Okay, social welfare across the board. That's fine, that's what we were going for anyway. These people are all upset. I could go ahead and declare martial law. That would definitely help. You know what? That is indeed what we will do. That will help a little bit to alleviate the issues. Okay, they never cleared the sprawling slums, so we will get a free human on their world. Great job, game. Let's go ahead and clear out all of the tile blockers that we can on these newly acquired worlds. For a second there, the game decided to complain about the stream.
War declared.
Okay, the Aspician Theocracy has declared war on the Half-Zai coalition, some rebels of theirs. Who apparently have two systems under their control. What can I do to deal with the minerals issue? Don't think there is a whole lot I can really do to deal with it.
Scientific progress attained.
Wonderful, better thrusters. I mean, corvettes are already pretty cheap, though I'll admit they are getting a little on the expensive side, but I'm inclined to go for getting the Citadel, so we at least have it. We'll eventually be building Citadels. That's going to be a little ways out, however. Although I should probably go and slap the... Oh, people are upgrading, so I can't slap the better thrusters on right now. Who's upgrading? You are. Okay, that's who. You guys would almost be inclined to do vassalization. The issue is you have too many pops. Another faction founded. This should be the Spiritualists. Yep. Let's go ahead and check out our factions menu. Largest faction is currently the Xenophile faction, actually, which I'm not a big fan of. I'd prefer for the Militarists or Materialists to be the largest. I don't quite understand why you are so large. Why do you have so much of the population? You're not the happiest, for one. I could go ahead and throw some support behind the Materialist faction if I felt so inclined. This would decrease my monthly influence gain, which is already sort of hurt. Apparently I have non-aggression pacts. With who? I don't recall any non-aggression pacts. Diplomacy. With the Sovereign Zai and a research agreement with you. Yeah, I'm gonna break that off. I'm sorry, I don't really care for that anymore. Our factions also aren't producing a whole lot of influence, so that's definitely not helping us either. Get rid of that. These guys have a bit of junk scattered about. Let's get you a robot assembly plant. Yeah, this is what tends to happen after a big war, especially in the relative early game. You end up needing to deal with the AI's inefficiencies.
Construction complete.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I could get rid of yours. Give you 3 trade hubs. Yeah, we'll go with 3 trade hubs and naval logistics lab there, and we'll replace this with a off-world trading company. I'm going to downgrade you. You won't be necessary once that gets built. That is going to put a bit of a damper on us, but we'll deal with it. Give you a trade hub, replace that with a shipyard. I really should be building a fleet academy. I really should upgrade the Starhold in Seoul so I can get a fleet academy. Okay, this is not needed. You are not set up anymore. You know what, actually? Go up there. Go deal with that. You should be able to get there in time, right? Yeah. It's not that far away. We have plenty of... We have some good tech. partly because you guys get free upgrades to better thrusters.
Finalized.
This will be a Forge World. I'm kind of okay with that.
Building ruined.
It's fine. I don't mind that being a tech world. That could be fun. Number of individuals belonging to the pre-sapient native population of Nisyut somehow got into a secure compound on the outskirts of our colony. They were chased off within hours, but not before severely damaging several interstellar uplinks dedicated to currency transfers. Why are there primitives on this world? Can I kill them? I assume I can. Let's go into policies. Pre-sapients. Could hunt them. Yeah, I don't really care to deal with having pre-sapients on here. I think they also take up slots, don't they? Yes, well, they don't count as pops, but I assume they do take up space somehow. They also don't produce any jobs. So, yeah, you know what? Let's, we will go ahead and exterminate pre-sapients. When the month ticks over, those guys should be sent to get exterminated. Industrial worlds are artisan. I mean, you don't really have any good other stuff, so yeah, it's probably fine. You have all the miners. Oh, have I researched it yet? I have. Wonderful. So I need efficient processors if I want to get just a general plus 5% to all production, which to be honest I'm sort of inclined to go with because I don't care to micromanage having a bunch of different robot templates.
War declared.
And the Auspicious Compact has now declared war on the Aspician Theocracy, who are currently in a war dealing with some rebels.
Construction complete. Ships upgraded.
And they have a matter decompressor, apparently.
Construction finalized. Construction finalized.
Oh, we already upgraded that. Never mind. Let's get you your Fleet Academy, and I'll add 2 more shipyards to you. We have decent income, so if push comes to shove, we can afford to buy a lot of the resources that we're currently using.
Finalized.
I'm hopeful it just won't come to that, though. And you probably hear my dog snoring in the background now. I'm gonna go and replace you at the robot assembly plant. So yeah, you guys are still going to be pissed for quite a while. Once you stop being pissed, though, that should pretty much sort out our issues. And let's go ahead and actually kill those space amoebas finally. You are no longer needed. Yeah, this is going to be able to collect the resources from here. So let's downgrade that. We're going to lose out a little bit of trade value for a little bit, but it'll all sort of even out in the end. Everybody is connected now, right? Yes. Are you losing anything there? In theory, yes, you should be, although the game isn't indicating anywhere that there is a loss. But yes, in theory, you should be losing trade. I could just upgrade you and add some defenses. Admittedly, this one was actually a decent thing to keep just for the sake of having the defenses, but whatever. We were over our starbase capacity anyway as well. We can already start getting into repeatables for energy weapons, but we're gonna go for more energy credits. And let's go ahead and improve our ships. And sure, we can improve the defense platforms, though admittedly I don't plan to build them. They're still absolutely worthless at the end of the day. Which is a shame, to be completely honest with you. I really do wish that they were actually useful. I think I'm going to go and send you to deal with a lot of these anomalies that we've had sitting on our borders for so long.
Construction finalized.
Wonder if we'll replace that with an off-world trading company. Ship fire rate, it's not significant. So let's go ahead and learn how to clear some more tile blockers. We're having issues getting the worker positions filled because everybody's auto-promoting to fill these specialist jobs.
Surplus analyzed.
I really want you to be another tech world in the future, so we're gonna try not to build anything that doesn't really benefit that. I would not mind a research institute here. I wish I could do something to give you more mining abilities, but sadly I can't. We don't have production targets currently running. If only we could improve the opinions. Population. I mean, I don't generally... Well, actually, that's not true. I do tend to use the population control thing. So what else can I do to make you happy? Free movement. Do we not have free movement for all our pops? I guess not. Probably a reason for that, I'll be honest. Let's try and figure out what I can do to try and make some of these groups just a tad bit happier. Well, you need a rival, apparently. You're not a rival, are you? Why? Oh, you became so weak that I can't make you a rival anymore, apparently. You are, so you get to become a rival now. Prosperous Compact. Don't want to make you guys rivals. I mean, technically there is somebody between you and me. You don't seem particularly powerful, I'll be honest. So, sure, we'll declare both members of you a rival. That'll improve the happiness of the militarist faction. Yeah, I don't think we can really do anything to improve the spiritualist faction's happiness. Apparently servitude is not good enough for them. Apparently they need me to outright ban robots, I guess. Or I guess it's because I can't do synth rights yet, but I mean, it's not really my problem, game. If I can't set policies for synthetics in particular, you can't complain to me about that. This would be useful considering we are currently suffering from a minor food shortage. You want me to have at least 3 research treaties. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, I'm afraid. Mostly because that requires me sharing with other people, and I don't care to share. Oh, whoops. Yeah, no, I meant to have you go and do this stuff now, if you don't mind. Before I completely forget about it all. Okay, and you go and deal with the space amoebas real quick. It shouldn't take you too long. And you didn't take any losses either. Wonderful. Go back home. Quick change of plans if you don't mind. Go ahead and research that first. Kind of just for the hell of it, I'll be honest. It's not going to give us anything I actually plan to utilize. Yeah, I know my economy is on a slight decline. That's mostly just because of Concord Pops being upset. And, I mean, they might like me, but I'll be honest, I don't really care what they think. They're out there, far away from me, and Militarist faction wanted some rivals, and they were kind of the only ones I had. Unless you're referring to the consensus here, which, I mean, I never really liked them anyway, so it just gave me another excuse. They'll probably be one of my next targets for a war. Because they've outlived their usefulness. I only needed them to potentially help me in the war against the Syndicate, and they failed to even do that. There we go. Now people are filling in those minor jobs, though they're not really as productive as I would like. Let's get rid of that. Replace both of those with mining districts. This world doesn't need to be a generator world. Yeah, this world's gonna have problems with its pops for a while until all those guys get purged and we actually start growing our own pops there at a reasonable rate. Anybody having housing problems? Nope. Wonderful. I'm gonna have to make sure once you're done with that, I remember to tell you to survey that system. Let's go and upgrade you, and I'll give you a couple of trading posts.
Surplus analyzed.
Wonderful. Now, before you go anywhere else, go and survey that system real quick. Oh, we lost one of our... Oh, yes, we did. I forgot about that last time. We lost one of our assault armies. So, who's the best to fill the job here? Everybody's the same, apparently. I could go with robotic assault armies, though they don't actually appear to be any better. They just have more health, and they are not affected by morale damage. That's not bad, actually. Admittedly, their upkeep is a little up there, not a big fan of that, so we're just going to go with clones. Paying 1.5 energy credit per robot assault army is a little expensive. Okay, now you still have an unemployed specialist. You don't have any miners. This is probably going to be an agricultural world, though, if I'm honest. We'll slowly move it in that direction. That way we don't have a whole bunch of people just suddenly go unemployed. So let's upgrade that.
Complete.
Let's replace this with a robot assembly plant. Demolish that. I don't need that many clerk jobs right now on this one world. Research grants expired. Let's get it back up.
Our research has progressed.
Citadel, wonderful. And both of these will be helpful, though I'm inclined to more go for mineral isolation. Because that one will help the most, I imagine. Well, it's actually apparently pretty close, our production of minerals between stations and jobs. But nonetheless, I think we still get a lot more from jobs than we do
Production
stations. I don't know what production got halted. I assume it was the clone army, rather than saying training complete or something a little more useful. You have technicians and clerks. $29 more months for that, and then we'll get a bonus to our food production. You were the one that I was planning to move. Was it you or was it some... It might have been you, actually. Yes, I think it was you that was...
anomalous readings detected.
Yeah, fine. Go ahead and research it. Yeah, because you're going to be a mining world. Although, admittedly, there's nothing I can really do to improve your mining production any further. Oh, game. Now you have pirates. Wait, did you guys stop? You shouldn't have. Maybe I didn't actually tell you guys to upgrade.
Starbase under assault.
No, you know, I think I just didn't tell those guys to upgrade yet, that's all. They have raiders, which is all corvettes. So once our fleet actually gets there, they'll wipe the floor with them. And once we start getting these robots filling in these positions, that'll help. Go ahead and repair that, because the game doesn't auto repair these buildings. I don't know what to do with you. You're not really a great world for anything. I could just turn you into a massive trade value planet. Because you don't really have a lot of districts for anything in particular.
Construction finalized.
Okay, you an off-world trade company. Oh, I think you guys have actually started building decent ships now because you lost some. That's a system I should probably take over. That's quite a bit of mineral production.
Construction finalized.
Environmental engineer. What does that one do? Oh, clear blocker timer. Yeah, that's not really something I care for. It's not like it's that time consuming or even expensive. Which one is it that gives the... Okay, it's diplomacy that gives an increase to base trade protection. You are almost done. Okay, and those extra artisans should do a decent job of dealing with the consumer goods issue. Admittedly, those extra jobs are gonna result in me needing even more minerals, but minerals are cheap. Well, relatively speaking. Food is also pretty cheap. I could just buy this stuff if I really need to, because we have some pretty good income. But we'll hold off. We have quite the stockpile. There we go. Ooh, what's this? Reports that the artificial construction located on that planet is not a structure at all, but rather a colossal robot from a bygone era. This aging mechanical behemoth lies disabled in the mountains, slowly being corroded by the volatile acids that rain on that planet. It has notable weapons capability and appears to be built as an unmanned spaceship. If we want to make use of it, we will need to act swiftly before the corrosive environment of the planet reduces the robotic warship wholly inoperable. Well, that sounds like fun. What do I need? A construction ship. Well, lucky for you, game, I happen to have one that's not too far away. And you give me 1,800 days to get there. So that's more than enough time. This planet's the only conquered planet that's happy because these guys are completely irrelevant when it comes to determining how happy the planet is, since they're being purged anyway.
Our research has progressed.
Wonderful, even more, and I can go ahead and get jump drives now. Who are the fallen empires? Well, neither of the two that we know about are the materialist ones, although I assume they exist. They're probably somewhere in here. It's a little weird, though, if there are two fallen empires practically bordering one another, but this is a lot of empty space that nobody's moved into, so I can only figure there's somebody there that I just haven't met. I don't care for either of those yet. Let's go for the jump drives. Some extra energy production, which will help us out greatly.
System resources analyzed.
Unemployed worker? I'm sorry, game. Okay, no, I guess they... yeah, game, I don't know how the hell you had an unemployed worker here. There's jobs. As soon as a pop grows, if there's an open job, it should immediately move into it. It shouldn't take a day to determine whether or not it takes the job. Okay, you no longer have any unemployed people. So you are almost out of mining jobs available. Let's replace this with a mineral purification plant. Actually, no. Let's replace that with a mineral purification plant. And replace the energy grid with a Ministry of Production.
Construction finalized.
One more year and then we are getting a plus 15% of food production. Ah, damn it, I was kind of hoping the game would move the robot assembly plant to the front once it was completed.
Construction finalized.
Can I? Nope. Can't do that, sadly. That sucks. Okay. So the only thing I can do here would be to actually move enough pops here to reopen this. And take into account you're going to lose people anyway as a result of that. Yeah, let's get you a research institute. There's no reason not to. If you have research labs, you might as well put a research institute down. We are really in need of more mineral production, so let's go ahead and build a mine on Napasno. And let's build an agricultural district on Srensk. You, I think, will stay as an industrial world. You are going to move towards being an agricultural world at some point. Just need to figure out a way to actually go about doing that. Okay, once you're done with that, go ahead and claim the system.
Ships upgraded.
Let's go and upgrade you so we can get more defensive structures. Oh, the amount of cash is over here now.
Special inquiry concluded.
Warship restored. Wonderful. The engineering crew of, that construction ship are pleased to report that the mysterious warship found on the planet has been successfully extracted from the planet's hostile environment. Its corroded components have been repaired and replaced where needed, including its discharged power core. As the hulking warship was powered back on and regained operative status, it swiftly became evident that the machine possesses a notable degree of artificial intelligence. We can communicate with it on screen. Booting systems activating bio-interactive interfaces. Warning, diagnostics have not been run for 1,761,125 days. Would you like to run them now? Where are your makers? Searching, unknown. Why are you alone on that planet? Memory drive A7 has failed, unable to answer query. Or, whatever. Who made you? Makers, yes, they're makers. Who are they? Okay, never mind. Stuck in a loop. Are you makers? In a manner of speaking. So Unit S875.1 was isolated from command units, was unable to escape hazardous planetary environment. Reserve generators failed. Unit faced gradual molecular dissolution due to hostile surface solvents. Unit persists. New entities performed reparations. And unit will serve new entities. Welcome to the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. So now we have a leader who lives forever. And he's an admiral. Well, he should live forever, right? Yeah, he's synthetic. Also, he's going to get a fun job of taking over the Orsk fleet, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry, your Corvette is crap. It looks cool, so we'll keep it. It'll sit in orbit of Sol, but you're not going to be working there anymore. Oh, not allowed to change the leader of that fleet, apparently. I assume I can still move you, though, right? Yeah, I'm not allowed to place somebody in charge of this fleet, but presumably I can move you to command a different fleet. Oh, and another white piece over here that I think resulted in some territory changing hands. Oh no, this ended up being a status quo.
Construction
Antebellum or whatever. Okay, you guys need to quit having issues. How much longer are you guys going to complain for? Oh, another 1,400 days. Of course, as our people grow, we need more food. So, I mean, eventually we will have the necessary food production. It's just gonna take a little while to actually reach that point. Let's get a food processing facility here. We need more food.
Construction complete.
Wonderful. Go ahead and build mining stations there. Ah, yes, and I built you. You need 2 trade hubs, and then you'll get a off-world trading company.
Construction complete.
Wonderful. Build the mining stations and the research stations. And we could colonize that world. Not really interested in that right now.
Construction finalized.
And wonderful. There's the extra food production. Let's see, what do I want to go with? I mean, I don't really care for any of these, so what's the quickest thing to research? It's probably the amoeba. No, it's actually doesn't matter. So we'll go for the heritage site. I think we have a couple of those built, so those getting them better to be better would be useful. Don't really care for the amoeba flagella. In fact, I don't really care at all for strikecraft unless I'm using the new ship classes mod, which I'm not. 1, because it wasn't updated, and 2, I'm pretty sure this mod isn't actually compatible with it. Or the ship mod that I'm using is, I don't think it's actually compatible with it. Oh, and Earth needs another city district. There's not much I can really do to deal with Earth's inevitable issues. Yet more research labs here are getting destroyed because our pops are not growing faster than these guys are getting purged, I guess. Yes, that would seem to be correct. These guys get purged really quickly. Because they're being purged via extermination rather than displacement. There we go. That gave a decent bonus to our food. So this will give me a plus 15% food from farmers. This world currently produces 24. Well, actually, technically it produces 50. It's just it has a surplus of 24 right now.
Construction finalized.
Could give out farming subsidies if necessary, although I'd rather save the influence for something a little more useful. But what has been, or what has to be beyond astronomical odds, the Prax actually managed to pinpoint the source of the odd signals as it soared past the asteroid belt. A tiny alien construct. A simple scan reveals that it is some sort of a ritualistic container holding the remains of an alien spacefarer. Apparently this is Starship Troopers, where they eject the dead out into space. We'll open the coffin and study the corpse. And yes, we will extend our deal. Go ahead and upgrade that. And upgrade that as well once you are done building the Research Institute. And that should about deal with the mineral issue. Then we just got to deal with the food. And there's not much I can do to deal with the food. I don't think there's another tech. Well, I don't think there is. There might be. But like I said, I don't think there is another tech that gives a bonus to food production. So I think at that point we basically just have to build more agricultural districts, and if I had hydroponic farms researched. I've skipped over because they're generally not worth building in my opinion. We could build those if we had them, but we don't.
Together we will build a brighter future.
And the game says, hey, how about you go ahead and learn how to build a Titan. I don't actually plan to build a Titan. I want to note that. The Star Trek motion picture era ship set that we're using does not actually have a Titan class ship. So it uses the generic mammalian type, and I kind of don't want to have a ship that doesn't fit in with the rest of the fleet at all, flying with the fleet. So we probably wouldn't actually bother building any Titans, though getting the ion cannon tech is potentially useful if I ever decide to build them. Again, defenses generally aren't worth it. So I'm in no rush to get this. I don't think it's necessary for any techs that I care about. Cross-model standardization would be nice for the additional robot modification points, so I could give them the plus 5% to jobs thing, whatever it's called. Efficient processors, I think it is. Yeah. And that, of course, requires 3. Oh yeah, did we research? We did. I should probably have gotten Wasteful. I probably should have removed that ages ago. So let's go ahead and get rid of Wasteful, and we'll apply that to all of our species. This, or all humans. This will probably take a while. But only 9 months. That's actually not that bad. And let's look through here, because there are traits I want to get rid of for some people. So let's go down the list and get rid of them. Okay, can't get rid of slow breeders. Which one do I want to get rid of here? Oh wow, you have 7? How the hell do you have 7 trait points available? Well, that allows me to get rid of all of those traits if I feel so inclined. And I could give you Conservationist. Now, you guys aren't really too big of an issue. If anything, Deviant would be nice to get rid of, but it's not a requirement. Yes, I know, game. I know the robots have traits that I could give them, but there's no reason to right now.
Construction finalized.
You head down there. Let's go and take those 2 spots.
Construction.
Ooh, you are attacking somebody. Who? Let's see if I can find that system. I am not quite sure where you are attacking. I could just search it. Let's go ahead and do that. research. Ah, you are attacking the Aspician theocracy. Apparently they have territory up there. Ah, yes, they have some wormholes, and at least one of those apparently leads up to here. And let's finish off Bulwark of Hegemony. Ah, that's why I need Titans, so I can get the Colossus project. I'll be honest, I don't really care for any of these right now. We're actually gonna just save that Ascension perk slot.
Construction complete.
And while I would love to get this, we're gonna go for the Titan. Change of plans. Okay, wonderful. You are now bringing me some more trade value, which means more energy credits, although admittedly, if I really ever needed to, I could change my economic policy, or no, not economic, trade policy. But I tend to prefer just keeping it on wealth creation. But consumer benefits is an option. It gets you half as much energy credits, but it gives you a little bit of consumer goods. So you could, in theory, decide you don't need as many consumer industry buildings. And the governor just got the corrupt trait. Wonderful. Where are you leading? Oh, you're leading this world. Thank you. Luckily, I don't think you're going to result in a spike in crime here, at least. How old are you? 101. Yeah, you probably won't be around for much longer anyway, so yeah, feel free to be corrupt. You'll probably be dead in a couple of years.
Construction finalized.
Yeah, okay. We haven't filled those farmer jobs just yet.
Construction finalized.
Okay, and that'll bump it up to 25%. Also, you seem to have gone down. The game said you were producing 50 before and had a surplus of 24. Now you are producing 45. I assume somebody who was a farmer went up to take the administrator
Resocialized.
or science director slot that opened up with this. Okay, it was a science director job. I assume a farmer went and took it. Now, in theory, that should give us a lot more consumer goods. Which, of course, means I don't need as many consumer goods buildings. Let's wait for the month to tick over.
Scientific progress attained.
Not nearly as much of a difference as I had originally expected. I only have a single world that I could build an alien zoo on. Also, it says planet limit of 0. So you can't build it ever. I assume it's just a weird way of labeling it, that this actually gives you the planetary limit rather than this. But let's see, you're the only one that has active volcanoes, right? Yeah. And it's not that big of a rush to learn how to get that, so Screw it, yeah, let's go ahead and get the alien zoo. And still have the truce with you guys, right? When does it expire? Okay, 2 more years and about a month. Oh, wonderful, that doesn't cost anything.
Production halted.
Game, I wish you wouldn't say production halted when something is done being built and other similar things. It's actually annoying. The only reason I would research strike craft is so I could get hangar bays, because they're more efficient at this job. You would need 2 trade hubs to reach that. Let's get you an off-world trading company. Let's get you an off-world trading company. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this entire section up here. That means we are going to be bordering a member of the Star Axis. They do, however, generally like us, and so long as they don't decide to piss me off, we will stay friends for the foreseeable future, until I eventually decide that it's worthwhile to conquer them. Though that will probably be a while. And by that point, they should have conquered the Just Entente. You're still in a war, and you're failing miserably. Well, actually, no, maybe not. You are occupying this. You haven't taken the other planet yet, apparently. And you've ignored this system. You must only have a single fleet. In which case, all I can say is, why do you only have a single fleet?
Scientific progress attained.
There's our alien zoo. I think I have to research this to get the next tech that gives me some more modification points. Which I don't care for, so let's go ahead and get Command Matrix. Let's go ahead and get the plus 5% to ship fire rate. It's not really going to affect things significantly, but hey, it's something. Admittedly, that's only 2 trade values, so it's not that big of a deal. But I can just upgrade you to a Star Fortress and give you some more slots or defensive buildings. You have declared somebody a rival.
Special inquiry concluded.
Ah, those guys down there. Probably wasn't the best idea. Although I assume you did it for the same reason that I declared these guys a rival. You needed some rivals for your faction. Do hive minds have factions? I thought they didn't.
Finalized.
But maybe I'm remembering wrong. But I could have sworn hive minds don't have factions. Okay, we are still having a bit of a food problem. Although you still have 3 farmer jobs open, so I can wait a little bit. Yeah, I think I still need that. I think I was buying 3, so we'll buy 3 from you again. I think by now, actually, I could probably purchase one of their governors. And those guys live forever. Yeah, we seek your expertise. That would give me one of their governors. It's only 500. Thank you very much. And because Yeah, they're an enclave trader. They give me a plus 10% to trade value. So I could just find any old sector that has a lot of trade value, which Earth is probably going to be it. If we're being realistic here. I don't think anything else beats it, although I should probably just check here. Oh, the game doesn't give you the trade value here. Well, why the hell not? That seems like it could be useful information, game. But nonetheless, I'm pretty sure Earth is the best one, so we're going to have that guy take over leading the Earth sector. Yeah, we got a lot of trade coming in. This is why it was no big deal dealing with a sort of shrinking economy there, because our trade value was high enough to allow us to afford any of the resources we really needed, and it continues to go up. We'll eventually deal with the food problem. I could go ahead and start buying monthly food for the time being, but we still have a good stockpile, so nah. Go ahead and take that. And I probably won't bother fortifying the system, if I'm being honest. It's not worth it. I've mentioned it before. I hope one day the devs manage to sit down and find a way to make Starbase defenses actually worth it. As it stands right now, it really never is. They are just far too expensive to build and maintain, and they really don't do much. Admittedly, even when you were able to build them wherever you wanted in the system, they still weren't really worth it, but I think they were slightly better in my personal opinion. Half-Zai Coalition, who should be getting annexed relatively soon, have proceeded to make a research agreement with the Alliance of Shunas. More rebels from the Aspician Theocracy. They don't seem to be doing a particularly great job of being evangelizing zealots. One of the things you should be doing as evangelizing zealots, okay, is taking advantage of your resources to enforce spiritualist on all of your people. You should be filling your worlds. I can't see them, but with whatever the religious version of the Unity building is. I'm pretty sure it still gives a +2 spiritualist ethics attraction. Oh yes, I forgot about that other species that we modified. Admittedly, that's not really a trait that matters too much, but you know what? Let's get it out of the way. 6 months.
Construction complete.
There we go. You go ahead and do that. Build those. And then go there. And there's our jump drives. And let's get our tachyon lances. Thank you very much, game. We'll hold off, I think, on upgrading our ships with the jump drives. Until we have the tachyon lances, so I only have to do the upgrade once. Since we are technically psionic, oh, was that the governor that was in charge of Earth before? Yeah. But as I was saying, since we are technically psionic, I assume I should be able to, at some point, research psionic jump drives, which are better. And these guys have broken their defensive pact. That was probably a terrible idea. Unless you managed to get one with somebody even better, breaking that defensive pact was a terrible idea. Because now, if I go to war with either of you, it's only with one of you. And that means it'll be a whole hell of a lot easier than the last one, where I at least had to worry about the potential of the Emdirian Unity fleet. And they've broken their research agreement as well. Yeah. I guess the AI has never heard the expression there is strength in numbers. I mean, neither of them are a threat to me right now, but they were a bit more of a threat when they were working together. Oh, but the Emdirians are guaranteeing the independence of the Syndicate. So if I declare war on the Syndicate, I'll have to fight both, but if I declare war on the Unity, I only have to fight them. Again, game, that wasn't the best idea. You should have just kept the defensive pact. Because at least then it worked both ways. Now it only works one way. Which means I can exploit it. Where are you going? Oh, you're a raiding fleet. Okay, never mind. I thought you were a Pith Council fleet. As far as I know, they're not in a war.
Species resocialized.
There we go. The half-humans have been resocialized. Okay, we're about to have a robot built and a bird thing. And they both should take the farming jobs. Well, actually, no, the robot might go and take a miner job, but then one of the miners should go and take the farming job. Nope. The AI decided, never mind, the robot's gonna be a farmer. It doesn't matter to me, as long as we deal with the food problem. How is it? You are no longer a tech world because all your research labs have been destroyed, and we are sitting at our energy credit cap. So, what to do with our energy credits? Do we buy resources? Well, it turns out we actually cut it kind of close with that whole mineral shortage, so maybe I should go and buy some minerals just so we have some. That's probably not a terrible idea. The food issue is almost sorted out. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy 5,000 minerals just so we have a little bit of a surplus. It's not as much as I would like. You need... Oh, wait, you were supposed to be a forge world. Well, you still will be eventually. I should still be able to make you into a forge world even with all the mining districts there. And this will be a tech world. You, I don't know what I was going to turn. I don't know what to do with you. You're honestly crap. Maybe I'll make you into a forge world and you'll stay a mining world. Yeah, maybe I'll do it that way. We'll figure it out. Because you don't have a lot of districts, but you have a decent amount of space. So just fill this up with city districts and then put a bunch of alloy foundries here. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do here. Arnachna will probably be a forge world in the future. You build that, and then go and build the station there, or outpost, whatever. And that stuff up there doesn't really matter, because none of our trade routes go through there. I don't know, the piracy here doesn't actually matter because none of our trade routes go through it, and we're not losing any of the resources from it either. And there we go, the food problem has been dealt with. So now we have a surplus across the board.
Construction complete.
How long until we get the Tachyon Lances? 26 months. Okay. We'll have the Tachyon Lances at the same time that we get our Titans. I'm going to kick the game up to fast. We could declare war again on these guys. But we just got the economy sorted, so it's probably not the best idea to do something like that. Although, the Enduring Unity, since all their pops get purged anyway, there may not actually be a significant issue there, although we don't have a lot of influence, so let's hold off on that. Who's unemployed here? A specialist. Build another mining district.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Wonderful. Oh no. Gene modification point. Wonderful. Although that's not really what I need. What's something quick to research? It looks like hydroponic farming, so let's go ahead and get that. I don't tend to do a whole lot of gene modding. I get rid of particularly bad traits, but that's about it. Ooh. Okay, the Enduring Unity is about to get smacked by a 10k Marauder fleet. So I hope they enjoy that. I assume they failed to pay, or somebody sent these Marauders out to attack them in particular. One of the two. And capacity overload has expired, so now we're only making 333 as opposed to 407. That's still quite a bit, so I think we'll hold off. There's no real need to re-enable capacity overload.
Our research has progressed.
Wonderful. And yes, I would love to get selected lineages. Because that'll increase lifespan and leader cap, even for leaders that already exist. Which is a little weird, though I understand why it's designed that way. I just find the idea that your leaders that already exist get the benefits of new techs like that. It just seems like something that should only affect new leaders that you get after researching it. Derelict cruiser, go ahead, do your thing with the derelict cruiser, and then research these anomalies. And I think that's all the anomalies we have, except for these down here, which you can go and take care of. Where are you going? You are not coming to my territories, sadly. Let's upgrade that to a system capital complex. You also need more housing, although that will provide you the housing. But we're still building another city, because pops are, of course, still growing. Have a nice size 25 continental world here. This is a nice world for another agricultural planet. It has almost a full thing of agricultural districts that I could build. It also would get me some extra moats and rare crystals. Yeah, I'm inclined to say let's colonize this. This seems like a great planet. Do we already have a planet named that? No, we don't. We'll name it Gorsk.
Special inquiry concluded.
Wonderful. Go ahead and do that. Do we have... what are we missing out on? Oh, yes. I've basically completely ignored the precursor event chain here because it's the Erasians, and I don't really care about the Erasians. They're admittedly not the most useful, in my opinion. I think they're actually probably easily one of the worst. Home in the Sky. Okay, Starbase module and upgrade costs. Not exactly a big deal. Although I say that, it does mean I could build or upgrade my 2 shipyards into star fortresses and give them even more shipyards. Crashed ore freighter. Yeah, I'm honestly still not sure as to why the Enduring Unity decided to go the route of guarantee independence. Okay, we're technically breaking even on food right now. Disband those.
Complete.
We're paying maintenance on some defensive platforms that we don't need anymore. Oh, okay, apparently our physics research got slightly ahead of our engineering, so we're going to get Tachyon Lances slightly before we get our Titan.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Wonderful, and yeah, I kind of want to get that, since we have some dark matter right up there. However, we got a new colony that'll be coming up in the relatively near future. I kind of want to decrease the amount of time that takes, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and slap Tachyon Lances on our Munya class battleships and upgrade them. They're actually pretty cheap. Although I assume it still takes a decent amount of time. Yeah, that's still a decent amount of time.
Together we will build.
Really? You're going to open your borders to me? Why? Why? What's the point of that? We're not friends. I own one of your systems. For whatever reason, you're receptive towards me, and I'm not quite sure why. And you're almost inclined to say yes if I demand you become my vassal. Now, I say you're close. You're 34 points off, but I mean, that's relatively close compared to what I would expect. Yeah, let's get that. Yeah, you know, let's get carrier operations so I can get the hangar bay and I can swap out these things for hangar bays since they're so much more effective. Also, now that I have the Titan research, we can go ahead and get the Colossus project. So previously spoken of only in hushed voices, and before then only in whispers in the most labyrinthine corridors of military skunkworks facilities, the Colossus project now enjoys official sanction, possibly the single greatest military innovation the galaxy will ever see. The Colossus project comprises the development of a planet-killer weapon platform, as well as a Colossus hull configuration to carry it. The Colossus vessels will likely require an escort, as the projected demands of the planet-killer weapon preclude any other armament. Nevertheless, the Colossus, once developed, promises to be perhaps the single most destructive force in the galaxy. Acknowledged. Now, take a quick glance at our relative power. Is there anybody who might possibly actually be willing to declare war on me to stop me from completing it? Because I believe they get if I start actually doing the special project, I believe everybody in the galaxy gets a special casus belli on you to prevent you. Well, except for fallen empires, they don't. So, yeah, they won't give a crap. No, nobody is powerful enough to in any way be capable of preventing me from doing it. However, it'll take 70 months and I don't feel like spending 70 months on that, so let's not. Okay, let's get some of these tiny techs out of the way.
Construction complete.
Unemployed specialist. More unemployed specialists. More wow, what is with all the unemployed specialists? I assume robots are taking their jobs. Yeah, that seems like a good guess. And you just became an expert in field manipulation. Now I just need you to get something in the society tree and you are a, well, not really a jack of all trades, if we're being realistic. Void clouds. Yes, let's study the void clouds. It'll take 3 months. Let's get all these little techs out of the way. And you guys are actually doing decent now. Good. Now, if only you had the robot assembly plant at the front. The only way I'd be able to get you that is if I destroy all the other buildings and repair it, and I don't really feel like doing that.
Special inquiry concluded.
And obviously I'm going to go over the thing that is more useful. Because there's literally no reason to go with they will not stand in our way. Because who cares about a plus 33% damage to void clouds? That's worthless once there's no more void clouds in the galaxy, which will inevitably happen. I don't think anybody ever chooses that option. Unless they're like really going into role playing and they figure this we need to kill all void clouds is a big thing, but even then they probably struggle to justify it as a player. Humbling here, getting the void loops modifier is always better than Cloud Destroyer. Because void loops gives you more physics research from jobs that produce physics. There we go. Mining production is up.
Ships upgraded.
Okay, 16.1 and 15.4. Why is there such a significant difference? No idea. Again, you guys are exactly the same. Okay, might be because you have an experienced battleship and maybe some of your other ships are more experienced than others. I don't know. It's a little weird that there is such a significant difference between these guys when their leaders have the exact same trait and the exact same level.
Special inquiry concluded.
Oh, we failed that. Okay, that kind of sucks. Also, we are maxed out of energy credits again, so let's go ahead and buy 5,000 more minerals.
Construction complete.
Wonderful. You know what? Go ahead and just jump over there. And purple rain. Images capturing the planet's mesmerizing purple-colored rain taken by the Prax Service exploration probes somehow find their way into the hands of the cultural elite on Earth. While the discoveries of no scientific value, the evocative imagery of the colorful precipitation sparks a minor renaissance in the human art world, the positive effects of which shall be felt for years to come. So, yeah, that's also not really worth it if I'm being honest, but hey, it's some extra happiness. Luckily, it's also across the entire world. Wait, didn't you upgrade, or did somebody... Did you lose a pop? Because I swear I told you to upgrade. I think Napasno somehow lost a pop while this was in the middle of getting upgraded. That's annoying if that is indeed what happened, and the Empyrean Unity finally realized, why did we open our borders to you? I don't care for any of these except, well, I mean, flash coolant might be useful. I say might, it is. The rest of these, I don't care for. I don't need experimental subspace navigation. Well, I say that, that's not true. It could be useful to survey down here, because apparently nobody has. Which, again, makes me think there's a fallen empire down there. Give me your communications, and I'll give you some minerals. I'll give you 600 minerals in exchange for your communications. I assume there is somebody here. Yes, a fallen empire. The Keepers of Knowledge, in fact, yes. But why is nobody explored here? There's a pretty good gap here. Or do these not have hyperlanes to over here? That might be why. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, screw it. We'll get experimental subspace navigation. Wait. Okay, I just saw a name for what is another fallen empire. There you are. Ancient Caretakers. Let's... No, let's get the... Wonderful. We finally completed the Calling the Void special project, and so a vast signal amplifier has sent a blast of energy through the portal on Gralsk. The effect was immediate. The pressure on the far side of the portal is noticeably stronger, and with it comes an increased flow of dark matter. So now we'll produce a little bit extra dark matter on Gralsk.
Special inquiry concluded.
Ooh. That's splendid. Okay, so the Half-Zai coalition appear to have come out on top in their little rebellion against the Aspician theocracy. One, they somehow managed to gain a system, I assume via rebellion, that for whatever reason joined them rather than forming its own. Because the game is saying no border adjustments occurred with the White Peace. But clearly something changed hands somehow. This is what I get for not staring down here previously. Oh, there's another fallen empire here. So then they now own 3 systems, and it's what? There were 2 planets here. Is it? Yeah, so they now have 4 planets. They're off to a decent start for rebellion. It appears that the texts we found buried in the battlefield were more teachings written by Talisa, the Teller of Tales. The documents are breakdowns of tactics, strategy, and most importantly, logistics in interstellar warfare. Being a strong spokesperson against war, Talisa still found this to be essential knowledge for steering into the future. Even the most peaceful of people might be forced into a corner in their work for a better world. Splendid. I don't know what that one gives. Let's figure this out. Edict. Bonus naval capacity and decrease in army upkeep. Yeah, don't really give a crap. I could guarantee your independence. Not like I'd actually be able to help you though, so not really worth it. Ancient mining drones. This, I believe, will give me a bonus to mineral production at the end of the event chain. I think there's 2 event chains that have to do with the drones. It's the one. If this is the one I think it is, it's the bonus to production.
Construction complete. Special inquiry concluded.
Yep, I'll deal with that. Just give me a second. Let me build another city district on Srensk. The spaceborne life form, which the human head of society research has come to refer to as Tayaki, are docile creatures capable of accessing some lower dimension of subspace. They roam from system to system with remarkable ease. Yada yada yada. We get frequency tuning. Not a useful tech. That is a shield drain. It's basically the poor man's disruptors. I don't need the poor man's disruptors. Okay, so I know I told you to leave here, but it turns out I kind of need you to go back down there, so go ahead and jump again.
Special inquiry concluded.
Again, this is one of those, why would anybody choose the one that gives you bonus damage against the creature? There's no reason to choose that option. Again, it loses its usefulness once there's no more of them. Oh, you actually were going to one of my systems. So, obviously we're going to go for fascinating automata for the mining station minerals output. So that's even more minerals income. That I don't know if that'll kick us up to 100. Probably not. And the Sovereign Zai Coalition has declared the Amdiran Unity their rival. And the game decides to sort of mix things up. This one gives you a tech. I think we already have it sitting in society, and it's not a useful one anyway, in my opinion. So yes, let's just go for the flat evasion bonus. Thank you very much, game. That'll make our ships even better. 1 second.
Together we will build a brighter future. Scientific progress attained. Discourse seeding in progress. Construction complete. Special inquiry concluded. Sit log updated. Construction complete. Construction complete. Station under assault. Construction finalized. Construction complete. Together we will build a brighter future.
Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Don't really care for any of these, again, except for focusing arrays. But I kind of want to just go ahead and get a lot of the quick, easy text research out of the way so they don't keep popping up in the future.
That will set quotas back.
No, it really won't set quotas back. It's 2 points of energy. Admittedly, this is actually a kind of important system. I probably should have just used the jump drive to get down here. It's not like it would have hurt us, but whatever. We're going to lose quite a bit of energy production for a little bit. Let's proceed with the communication attempt. So, after recent breakthroughs, the strange life form is no longer a complete mystery. The scientific community on Earth are abuzz with the news. The organism has been classified as a fungoid, partly explaining its ability to absorb molecules for nutrition. It has grown immensely, now the size of a newborn human, and appears both inquisitive and intelligent. Thankfully, it has thus far shown no signs of aggression. The scientists believe the next step to be attempts at communication, though it may be months before any progress is made on this front. Let's continue. No, I need you to go and kill that game.
Enemy station engaged.
And now I need to rebuild my lost stuff. Yeah, that's going to be your little section. Let's have you jump to...
Our research has progressed.
Damn it. Let's have you jump to here. Let's get the... I mean, Corvettes don't really live long anyway, although I guess an extra 100 points might be beneficial. It only brings them up to 500, though. And, I mean, that's not really a significant difference, especially in the late game, although I guess the AI is still running around with a lot of crap equipment, so it might actually manage to allow them to survive a tad bit longer. I only ever had this event, I think, turn out with it being a malfunction, but I assume it has the ability to actually succeed and you find out something interesting, so let's continue with that. Okay, you go there. Turns out you now have a thing to build there, so go ahead and head on over. Build some more shipyards. Yeah, since it doesn't seem we're able to keep the
Construction complete.
piracy under control here. Well, you haven't finished building all your hangar bays, so I'll wait. I'll give you a chance. Survey speed. Get the plasma thrower, screw it. Paradise stones require me to build luxury residences. I haven't built any yet, so don't care for that tech. Let's get the plus to habitability.
Construction finalized.
Oh, research grants expired. Let's get those back up. And I'm thinking of going down the diplomacy route. Mostly for these three traditions here. A little more so these two, although the secure shipping is a nice bonus. Okay, now I can actually go ahead and repair a lot of the stuff that got destroyed as a result of a lack of pops. And make sure I close my borders to both of you. And at some point we'll complete the Colossus project, which
Construction finalized.
I may never use the Colossus, but I'm definitely going to want it just for the sake of not needing to deal with needing to have a Colossus belly. I'll be able to just total war everybody that I want to. So I could go ahead and immediately put the Nivlak into our own homes, or I can hold off and just send them somewhere else, give them their own little colony somewhere. I don't know what the actual, if there's an actual difference between them. Last time I got this event, I gave them a home of their own, but that's because there was plenty of space around me for somewhere they could get a home. I don't know how the game's going to handle that because there's no free systems with a colonizable planet near me. I assume it'll just take a random planet that within my borders then, but I don't know. Or it'll just plop them out somewhere random. That's another possibility. Let's go with the first option. I'm curious if there's a difference in effect. Earth now has a whole bunch of people that are unemployed. Just what you want. Also, we are kind of low on housing, so that's another thing. Luckily, we have some things we can do. One, we're going to have to replace a generator district with a city district.
Special inquiry concluded.
Some more Arassian stuff. The integration of the fungoid Nivlak into Soviet society is underway. The interactions between Nivlaks and humans continue to be positive, and our species appear to be heading down a promising road together. Okay, good. It didn't decide to plop down more people. Because I didn't need it to do that if it did. Let's have you jump to here.
Construction finalized.
Of course, now we're having a food problem again, so that's a fun little thing. Ah, wait. Change of plan. What is your guys' habitability? Continental. That kind of sucks. I'll be honest with you about that. Because I kind of want to just resettle all the Nivlak over to here. What are their traits, actually, out of curiosity? Quick learners and being Nivlak. Okay, so they have really high habitability. I think they'll love this world. Also, somehow that seems to have dealt with the food problem, because that makes perfect sense.
Construction finalized. Together we will build a brighter future.
Yep, let's get dark matter drawing. We are sitting at our alloy cap. Never thought we would be able to say that, now did I? Okay. Well, I could build a resource silo. That'll increase our capacity by an extra 2,000, although admittedly we would hit that new cap again relatively quickly. We could start work on a third fleet as an option. Well, maybe not a third fleet. Maybe building up our current fleets. Yes. Let's build up our current fleets. That'll do. Let's see, the Aspician Unity have made peace. Over here, did anybody gain anything? In theory, somebody did. I don't know what, though. Okay, this one system. Wow. And that war was going on for how long? I wish I could tell. But sadly, there's no, like, ledger to see all previous wars. But I'd say that was probably going on for a good, probably 10 years, if I had to guess. And they apparently managed to only take a single system. It doesn't even have a planet in it. It's just a system. Let's get the better armor. Oh yes, I should probably go ahead and give you stuff. I mean, I'll never use you. Let's be realistic here. I researched you solely so that I could have the Colossus Project Ascension perk. What do you got? What is this? This assortment of fashionable trinkets and gewgaws is sure to both dazzle and distract your populace. What does it do? I'm going to assume it somehow improves happiness or something, or stability. But it's actually a rare situation in which the game doesn't tell me its actual value. Normally these roaming traders will actually tell you the value, or whatever the modifier is. No, never mind. It just gives me some consumer goods. Yeah, no, not interested. I don't need to pay 500 Unity for 1,000 consumer goods.
Construction complete.
War declared.
Oh, I meant to send you over there once you had jumped, and then I just sort of forgot. The Irene Mercantile Union has declared war on the Poxar Trade Association yet again, so Star Syndicate Star Axis versus Just Entente. Again, for like the third time now. Well, actually, I think it might only be technically the second time, but I believe most of the members had also been in a war with these guys again in the past, and then they formed their federations. We'll see how that war goes. I assume a little bit of land will end up trading hands yet again. How does the 5th Council feel about bordering me? They're a little upset, but they're generally okay. Oh, what's this? An urgent message from... God, I should probably rename some of these worlds. Explains that a number of now former members of the Vengral seek political asylum on the planet. The local administration has seen fit to pass the decision of what to do with them up the chain of command. All may contribute to the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. welcome aboard, and hopefully this won't result in a potential problem.
Planetary worksite established.
Wonderful. Let's see. I assume that's because we allowed them to land here. Also, I don't need martial law on these worlds anymore, I think. Yeah. I think we can end the martial law on a lot of these worlds now. You never needed it because you were purging pops, and those pops didn't care anymore. And I think that's all of them. So now we have a new thing here. This has gone on for just over 2 hours, so I'll probably be ending this stream in just a little bit. Come on, hurry up and load. I went ahead and randomly generated a couple of leaders. So let's see. What do we have for options? Let's sort by age. Yep, I have one. You know what? You are perfect because I was planning to turn Gorsk into an agrarian, or excuse me, an agricultural world. So you are perfect for the job. However, you need to be renamed. So that is your name. You enjoy, you get to lead this brand new colony that'll go on to do great and wonderful things, probably. And yes, we will extend the deal.
Construction complete.
No, I don't need to upgrade that, actually. And you go back over there.
Construction finalized.
Okay, so this part we managed to sort out the economy after that war. Ooh, wow. Oh, you got another fucking battle cruiser. Seriously? Why? Who the hell is giving you battle cruisers? Oh god, that's annoying. Well, a single fleet should be able to deal with them because we're a little over twice their strength right now. So next part, we might go to war with the Enduring Unity, just to basically wipe them off the face of the map. That way they stop getting magical battle cruisers out of their ass, because that seems to be the case. I can't think of anybody who would be giving a hive mind battle cruisers. Because there's no hive mind fallen empire. So I don't see who would. I mean, there's a Gestalt consciousness, which technically the Enduring Unity is, I believe. Yes. But even then, these guys don't give out ships, I'm pretty sure. Unless you get the... God, what's the name of that? I'm forgetting the name of that Endgame Crisis, the robot one, but I think that's the only time those guys would give you ships. I believe they give you ships. But nonetheless, yeah, so that'll be it for this part. Next part, like I said, we'll probably go to war with the Enduring Unity. Killing them off shouldn't really affect the economy again, so we should be able to just sort of continue on as if nothing happened. We just gotta claim all their stuff, which could take a little while, though. Luckily, I don't have to claim everything. For the simple fact that the Democratic Sartallan Commonwealth is not going to be able to take any of this stuff. since that would require them to fly through Marauder territory, and they're unlikely to do that. But nonetheless, I will see you all in the next part. Ooh, the Japanese dwarves are quite sizable. They actually have apparently equivalent economic power to me, though I assume that's because they have 26 colonies. If you need 26 colonies to be equivalent to my 10, something is wrong. But nonetheless, that'll be it for this part. Like I said, I'll see you all in the next stream. But until then, a goodbye and farewell. Make sure I save, because it would really suck if I forgot to save. Because I'd have to replay a couple of months. But yes, until next time.